As early voting gets underway today, it's your chance to cast a vote for one of the most important offices in Arizona. Current Secretary of State Michelle Reagan lost in the Republican primaries, so we'll see a new person fill that post. ABC 15's Mike Pelton tracking the race. And Mike, the two candidates have a very different set of experiences.
That's right, Faye. It's a background in business versus a background in the state legislature. And this is a huge race that could mean much more than someone becoming the next chief election officer. It's a race with two candidates with very different backgrounds.
I'm Steve Gaynor. I'm a conservative businessman running for Secretary of State.
I'm Katie Hobbs. I've run big nonprofits.
Democratic State Senate Minority Leader Katie Hobbs squaring off with Republican businessman Steve Gaynor, who owns a printing business.
What I can assure voters in Arizona is that as Secretary of State, I will be a leader of our election department.
We've had problems in the Secretary of State's office, and I know I can walk in and fix the problems.
Elections in Arizona have not always gone well. Outgoing Secretary of State Michelle Reagan blamed for failing to send out 200,000 voter pamphlets. In Maricopa County, long lines back in 2016, and in this year's August primary, dozens of polling sites weren't ready to go. I asked both candidates how they would work with county officials.
What I would offer is our services to help them. Let's see the plan. Let's see what you have planned to do, how you're going to implement the technology, for example.
The office has been plagued with poor relationships with county recorders. I will start on day one rebuilding those relationships so that we can work collaboratively.
And in Arizona, the Secretary of State is first in line to succeed the governor if that seat opens up.
I've been in the trenches for the last 8 years. There's no better place to prepare for that than the legislature.
If I have to, yes. I can walk in on day one. I've had a lot of executive experience.
So, Mike, given our history here in Arizona, it's really not too much of a stretch to think whoever wins could actually end up stepping in as governor at some point.
Yeah, no, you just have to go back to 2009. Then Secretary of State Jan Brewer replaced Janet Napolitano as governor when Napolitano left to join the Obama administration. So whoever you vote for could end up running the state.
Certainly something to keep in mind. Mike, thanks. And we're also looking at the latest polls on this race from our partners at OH Predictive Insights. Out of 600 likely voters, Democrat Katie Hobbs looks like she is falling behind Republican Steve Gaynor, 36 to 50%. 14% say they are still undecided, so that could be a big game changer in the end.